Welcome back to the last question of the question paper. We are on question number 11, which is the last question of the question paper. They say whoever his name is, Martinez, okay, lives in a Gordon's Bay in November. The sun rises at this time and then it sets at that time. The ideal temperature is that 16 degrees. Martinez takes his boat within 2 hours of his tide. Okay, fine. The side view of the sea where he goes fishing appears as follows. All measures in kilometers. Not a problem. All right. What is the distance between each ordinate in kilometers? All right. What are ordinates? These are your ordinates. You see the space here. These are your ordinates. So we have so much number of ordinates, and then the distance between the each ordinates, here we have it from 0 to 1, that is 1 kilometer. From 1 to 2, that is another, and from 2 to 3. So you can see the distance between each of all of those ordinates, it's just 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer. So the distance between each ordinate, it is just 1 km. And then determine the area of the fishing section of the sea. All right, the formula that I am going to use, it is given as follows, which is also in your formula sheet. It's A, which area equals to small letter a for the ordinate equals to m1 plus m2 plus m3 plus m4 plus m5. We're going to do this up until plus m number 9. Now, how do you calculate all of this? Remember, m, it is equals to ordinate number 1 plus ordinate number 2. You divide that by 2. Let's say that is m1. And then m2, it is going to be ordinate number 2 plus ordinate number 3, and then you divide that by 2. So basically, we're going to start here. Ordinate number 1 and ordinate number 2, you add them and divide by 2. Then you take ordinate number 2 and ordinate number 3, you add them and divide by 2. You take this ordinate and this ordinate, you add and divide. You take this one and this one, you divide all the way up until you get to the last one there. So our substitution, m equals to a is 1 into O1 plus O2, you divide that by 2, plus you'll have O2 plus O3, you divide by 2, plus O3 plus O4, you divide that by 2, plus this will continue up until O8 plus O9, and then you divide everything there by 2. And then you do your substitution. You're just going to substitute the values here. A equals to 1 into your O1 is 3, so you're going to have 3 plus your O2 is 3,54. You divide that by 2 plus you're going to take 3,54 plus the next one is 4,03, and then you divide that by 2 plus you're going to take 4,03 plus 3,7, and then you divide that by 2. You're going to continue to do this up until you get to the last one, which is 3,16 plus 2,98. Yes, 2,98, and then you divide everything by 2 like that. And then you just use your calculator here, just say 1 multiplied by, and then you put all of this into your calculator, and then you're going to have 33,45 kilometers square. So all of this is in kilometers. Yes. In the next one, they say that when Martinez's boat did not want to take home the fish that they caught, okay, because they are usually tourists, he cleans the freezer. He cleans and freezes the fishes for them. Okay, fine. The inside the dimension of his freezer, of his chest freezer are, it's 1.5 meters, it's 75 centimeters, and it's 60 centimeters. Okay, here are the dimensions. Now convert 1.5 meters to centimeters. Convert 1.5. We're going to take that 1.5, we're going to multiply it by 100 so we can convert it to centimeters. which is going to give us 150 centimeters there. Oh, and then here we are given the formulas that we can work with. No problem. 11.2.2, determine the volume. The formula for the volume is this one here. Volume of a rectangular prism. Volume is equals to length multiplied by the breadth multiplied by the height. And then we are going to substitute. We're going to have 150 multiplied by 60 multiplied by the height, which is 75. Everything is in centimeters. And then you simplify this in your calculator, it's going to give us 750,000 centimeters. So this is in centimeters, centimeter cube, the volume. Determine the capacity of the chest freezer in liters. Okay, so now the capacity that we are given, the one that we can work with, is here as 1 centimeter. It is equals to 1 milliliters. All right, 1 centimeter cubed, it is equals to 1 milliliters. So what does that mean? It means that 675,000 centimeter cubed that we calculated is equivalent to 675,000 milliliters. But they don't want the answer in milliliters, they want it in liters. So how are we going to do that? We have to convert 675,000 milliliters to liters by simply dividing. So therefore we're going to say 675,000, we're going to divide you by 1,000 to give us 675 liters. So this one, it should be in liters, not in milliliters. So we convert from liters to milliliters by dividing by 1,000. Conversion from milliliters to liters, yes, I mean. So you take whatever you have in milliliters, you divide it by 1,000, it's a conversion to liters. So it's going to be 675 liters. That is 11.2.3. Now, 11.2.4, they say the chest freezer is 20% full of fish. Calculate the remaining volume available in the chest freezer in meters, right? In meter cubed. All right, not a problem. So whatever answer that we're going to get here, we'll have to convert it to meters cubed. So we are going to take the volume of the freezer that we have, 675,000. We're going to get 20% of this. So 20% of this is 20 divided by 100, making the volume to be 135,000. So to calculate the remaining, we're going to take the total 675,000. We're going to subtract the 135,000. When we do our subtraction, we end up with 540,000. Yes, 540,000. But this is in centimeter cubed, and we have to write it in meter cubed. Therefore, we have to convert this. So when we do the conversion, the remaining volume, when we do the conversion, the remaining volume is going to be equals to 540,000, and then we divide, and then we are going to end up with 0.54 meters cubed. And that, guys, it brings us to the end of this question. Please share, remember to like and subscribe. See you in the next segment. Bye bye.